Hey guys, it's Destiny back with another video, and you're watching the Decimania channel on YouTube. How you all doing on this rainy Wednesday morning? I'm recording this at a little bit after 8 in the morning, so it might not be raining by the time this goes up, but still, it's raining nonetheless. It's Wednesday, you know what that means, AEW Dynamite, and of course, your weekly dose of Wrestle World Wednesday. This is episode 51. So I made a mistake last week. I thought today was the 50th anniversary or the 50th episode, but what was throwing me off was that I forgot to put the episode from the week before in my Wrestle World Wednesday playlist, which you can check out on the channel if you want to go back through the history of Wrestle World Wednesday, dating back to October 4th of 2023. So, we got a little bit to talk about. We got some AEW media rights deals, and we have some WWE news regarding NXT, regarding Bad Blood, regarding, not some news, but I have a couple of things I want to say about the Vince McMahon documentary and stuff like that. So it's kind of going to be one of those episodes where I'm just going to talk about what comes to me, and we'll go from there. Thank you to all of you that have subscribed for the past couple of days. It's been incredible, and I really appreciate it. Keep it rolling. You don't know how much this means to me. I started as a small little YouTube channel 4 years ago. I mean, 86 doesn't seem like a lot to some people, but it does to me. That's how many subscribers I have now. And I have over 3K viewers. And I really appreciate it. Let's keep it going. This is Wrestle World Wednesday, episode 51, September 18th, 2024. Alright, let's get into our first thing. I guess we'll talk about Raw a little bit. So, Monday Night Raw this past week, I didn't watch Raw. I watched the review of it because, let's face it, I don't really like watching Raw on Hulu because it edits it and I don't like that. SmackDown, it doesn't do that. But hopefully, when Raw moves back to 2 hours temporarily, it will maybe not do that. That's what I'm hoping anyway. Let's see, CM Punk had a freaking, oh man, that promo on Monday night. You know, there was no, oh, I'm so happy to be here vibe. You know, there was the, I am ready to die to end Drew McIntyre if I need to. It was that kind of promo. You just have to go listen to it. Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman beat the crap out of each other again. I'm surprised they don't have a match for Bad Blood, but then again, this card already has like 6 matches, I think. So, those predictions will be going up week after next, that Friday. Let's see. They're already doing Finn Balor and Damian Priest, which I don't really like. Kind of wish they would save that for, like, I don't know, maybe even the Raw on Netflix. But we do know John Cena is going to be there. And when it gets closer to the end of the year, I will be talking more about John Cena's retirement tour next year in depth. But I don't know. I have high expectations for it. You know, and I want to talk about this real fast too. So AJ Lee apparently was interviewed for like some comic books or podcast or something, And she claims that she does not pay attention to storylines involving CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. She's just out of the loop. But the amount of times that her name has been mentioned, I don't know that I really buy it. I don't know. I don't know, AJ. I get that she's very, very busy, but, like, she's gotta know something. Like, Punk's gotta, tell him. Maybe I don't know. I mean, I do understand her saying that she might not want to watch because she doesn't want anything happening to him. I understand that perspective. But, like, I'm gonna be genuinely surprised if we don't see some kind of, even if it's just her sitting in the front row, even if she doesn't do anything, I'm gonna be shocked if we don't see some kind of an AJ Lee appearance before this is all over, which will probably be 2 weeks from now. But still, he was on NXT last night too, CM Punk was, and he said that he will be the special guest referee for the street fight between, is it going to be a street fight? Is it just going to be a match? What am I thinking of? Maybe that was Zachary Wentz and Wesley, I don't remember. But anyway, he's going to be the referee for their match between Trick Williams and Ethan Page for the NXT Championship on the CW debut episode on NXT, which I will be watching that the night after, or the morning after, whenever it's going to air on Hulu. I will be watching that. A lot of things to get excited for about that show. Potential Motor City Machine Guns debut, which we did talk about on Saturday. That video is getting a lot of views has gotten a lot of views in the past week, and it's already Wednesday, and it's already gotten 45 views, which again doesn't seem like a lot to some people, but you gotta understand, if you're a small YouTube channel, this kind of viewership means a lot. So I really appreciate all of you that have viewed that. Keep up the viewership, and let's keep on rolling. Let's see here. The New Day could be potentially splitting up. So, New Day had a tag team title match against the Judgment Day, which these titles need to be defended more. Like, I like that you changed the look of the belts and stuff, but you need to have them defended more. Okay, Triple H, come on. Come on, man, you can do better than that. I know you can do better. You've done better stuff than he has. But still. So what happened was Kofi told the LWO to have his back, his and Xavier's back, when they were out there versus Judgment Day. Because we all know how they are. And Xavier didn't know about this. And they lose the match. And Xavier gets in his face and he kind of brushes him aside. And he's like, this is Kofi. And he's like, okay, something needs to change. And they get to the back. And, and Xavier's like, look, I said I wanted to go out there alone, but, why didn't you clue me in on this? And Kofi's like, look, it's just me and you now. We don't have Big E. And Xavier was like, what? You think because now we don't have E means that we can't, that we're not good enough? And Kofi's like, no, I didn't say that. And looks like Xavier might be turning on Kofi. I don't know if they're going to wait till November to do that, because it's going to be November where they, the 10-year anniversary of when they got together as a trio. But Big E, he might get back in the ring, he might not. We just don't know. I mean, Edge did, Daniel Bryan did. Tyson Kidd hasn't, though. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. If they do this, because the New Day has been together for 10 years, so it's one of those teams that I watched a lot. Again, I was out of the loop a little bit in 2017 because I was at school. Well, and then I started watching in like 2018, I think, again, because I had cable in my senior apartment in my dorm room at Romney, which is where I went to school for like 3 years. So, the West Virginia School for the Blind is what I went to. But, frick, what else happened on this show? Oh yeah, SmackDown. I didn't get to watch SmackDown on Friday. Because, one, I watched Victory Road, and number two, when I went to watch it on Saturday, it wasn't up. Like, SmackDown wasn't even up on there. So I guess they're trying to get everything moved to the USA Network. I don't know why they don't just... I don't get that, because they were on Sci-Fi a couple weeks ago, and there was no problem. I don't get it, but that was Raw, I think. Oh, what else happened? Oh yeah, Jey Uso got one better on Braun Breaker. He freaking speared him before Breaker could. Gunther and Sami Zayn will probably be facing each other at Bad Blood. Because there's got to be one world title match on this show, at least. Because I think only right now, I think both the women's championships are going to be defended. So I think the card, what's going to look like right now after Friday, either Bayley or Naomi is going to be facing Nia Jax for the women's championship on SmackDown, for the WWE women's championship. Women's World Championship will be defended by Liv Morgan against Rhea Ripley. I think there's going to be the tag team match between Solo Sikoa, Cody Rhodes, and Jacob Fatu against Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. That'll happen, I believe. CM Punk and McIntyre, which better be the freaking main event in Hell in a Cell. It's gotta be, because unless they open with it, they wouldn't do that. Finn Balor and Damian Priest, and possibly Gunther and Sammy, unless I'm missing something. That's gonna be your Bad Blood card. Most likely. But okay, let's talk about some AEW media deal rights. And we'll talk about something else that's gonna feed into this. Alright. So apparently there could be a potential for AEW to work with Fox, which I really don't want. We just got off freaking Fox with SmackDown. We don't need this. Maybe it's gonna be like a reality show or something, or like that all access show. But apparently they have like some kind of a $2 million deal or something million. It's in the millions dollar deal for 3 years, and there's a 4th year that's optional for True TV, TVS, and TNT for AEW. Nothing about a Max deal yet, which is disappointing because I want AEW on Max. I want to watch more AEW, y'all. I really do. I want to talk about AEW a little more. I just can't with freaking... I don't like watching clips on YouTube. That doesn't help. I mean, yeah, it helps if I'm watching a certain segment or something. But I want to know... I want to watch the full show, you know? Yeah, I don't have cable. Sorry. It's just easier to stream stuff, and it's probably gonna be what we're gonna be doing in the next couple years anyway. Everything's just gonna go to streaming. Frick. Plus, it's another way to reach your audience. I don't really know what to think of this. I mean, if it works out for them, good. I don't know. Just... Okay. So... let's talk about this next thing. Let's talk about this Vince McMahon documentary some more. So, we're a week away from this airing on Netflix. They're going to air each episode on Netflix in one day, which I really don't like. I wish they would just upload them weekly as they aired. Then again, they already got this footage. So, it's not like... I don't know what's... My question is... a couple questions I have. One, how are they going to pack all they want to say into 6 hours? It's going to be 1 hour, I think. Unless it's going to be like an hour and 30 minutes or something. But how far are they going to go with this? How in depth are they going to go about everything? Because from the way that trailer was presented and the way people are talking about it, it sounds like they're going to be talking about everything. The steroid scandal, Benoit stuff, possibly the Ring Boy scandal back in the 90s, the stuff going on now, because they did interview the journalists that found this stuff out. They interviewed Shane, Linda, Stephanie, Triple H, Vince before he resigned. So that's going to be freaking interesting. I hate hearing him talk these days. Not just because he just doesn't make sense. It just... He just sounds bad. He just sounds bad. Like, he's kind of... I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. That's what happens, though, when you get old. He's freaking 79 now. He'll be 80 next year. And could be behind bars next year. We don't know. This investigation has been put on a pause. Which, actually, there's another question about this. So, if this is coming out next week, you know what could happen? You know what could happen the week after? Shane McMahon could debut in AEW. Think about that. Think about that freaking timing. You could have... Not only could you have the Motor City Machine Guns debut on NXT, but you could have Shane McMahon debut the next night, a week to the day of this docuseries on his dad being released. Think about that for a minute. If Shane McMahon is really going to AEW, or if, they're really going to bring him in, and they're having him, and they could very well have him as Jon Moxley's higher representative or something. And also next week is Grand Slam, which I think is the night that Bryan Danielson, same person, Danielson will be defending his title against Nigel McGuinness. Nigel McGuinness is somebody who had not been in the ring since 2011. I saw a couple of his matches. I saw him mostly in commentary in Ring of Honor. So I saw a couple of matches with him and Colt Cabana. There was somebody else, but my Ring of Honor history sucks because I don't really have access to it. So, I'm sorry for that. But, yeah, I just wanted to kind of ask those questions, like how deep are they going to go into this? What's this going to be like? Are they going to sugarcoat it? I hope they really don't. I hope they don't. They better not sugarcoat anything. if you want to make this documentary series, and plus, this is coming a couple months before they go on Netflix, WWE. They're going on Netflix in January of next year for Raw. So this is interesting. This is interesting timing. But yeah, I'll definitely be checking out that NXT on CW. But for now, let's see where it goes. We got TNA tomorrow. I'm gonna try to watch Bound for Glory next month too, so that'll be fun. Curious to see what the fallout's gonna be from Victory Road. It's a good show. If you want to go check that out on my channel, it's up. My Motor City Machine Guns video is up. I have a short from yesterday. I have a new figure review, some good content. Plus, go check out some of my old content. It's kind of, I've gotten better, but, I could improve. But won't be any DVD reviews probably until I get my Braille note, unless it's one I've already done that I need to clean up. Because there are a couple that I need to redo, like the Edge DVD, and I need to redo one of my Eddie Guerrero DVDs, because it's split into 2 parts, and I really don't like that. Let's see, what else could we talk about? Oh yeah, Rob Van Dam and Vicky Guerrero made an appearance on SmackDown. They were in the audience. So Rob Van Dam, okay, fine. That's good. But people are pointing something out, like, why would they let Vicky into the show if she's siding with the guy that allegedly forced himself on their daughter, or Vicky's daughter. See, this is where I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate, because yes, I don't agree with the things that Vicky said, but we don't know what happened. We only have her daughter's word, and we have what Vicky said. We have her other daughter's statement. Guessing it happened because Chavo was saying something about it, or I don't know what happened exactly. I'll have to read up on it again, but look, I don't know. Let's not, yeah, I don't agree with what Vicky said, but let's not get too carried away with this yet. We don't know what happened. Nothing has come out yet, so let's just I don't really know what to say about this other than let's just keep our heads on about this. Yeah, I don't agree with what you said. No, it's disgusting, but I don't know if I don't know. We needed to wait and see what happens. She was at SmackDown, apparently, so which is weird because WWE seemingly didn't want anything to do with her following these things that she said about her daughter. And AEW didn't either, because they took her off of their page. So did something come out that we didn't know about, or did she just, are they not qualifying that as, she really didn't do anything, she just said stuff? I don't know what's going on there. Let me know what you all think of Vicky being on SmackDown. Rob Van Dam was there too, so that was cool. I don't know how to address that. I'm not really that much of a Vicky Guerrero fan right now. I mean, I liked her work in WWE, I did. But, what she said about her daughter, Sherilyn, and Eddie's daughter, last year, just rubbed me the wrong way, and I didn't like it. I mean, if we come to find out that, the daughter was lying, and that's a whole nother story, but we don't know. We don't know. Okay. It's a messed up situation. Eddie seemed like he was by the sounds of it, from like everybody that's talked about this, Chavo, Vicky, even Sherilyn, and what's their other daughter's name? The one that's married to Aiden English, Shaw, and their daughter Kaylee, who Vicky adopted. Vicky adopted this kid because Eddie, when Vicky and Eddie were separated for a couple years, Eddie had another daughter, and Vicky took her in, and that was cool. That was cool of her to do. Then after Eddie died, it just seemed like everything went to crap. It seemed like Eddie, I'm sure all families have this, or a lot of families anyway have this, where there's that one person that kind of holds everybody together, and it just seems like Eddie was that person for the Guerrero family. Apparently Chavo doesn't speak to Vicky that much anymore, from what I've heard, but I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up, and sorry, I didn't mean to speak about that, more than I originally planned to. I was originally going to mention the Vicky and Rob Van Dam being on SmackDown, but then that came into my head, so sorry. Like I said, at the end of the day, we don't know. We don't know what happened. And as far as Vicky being on SmackDown, I don't really know how I feel about that either. We'll have to see what happens, or if anything happens. So, just leave it at that. See, and this came out after the Vince stuff did in 2022. So, this was shocking. The Vince stuff was kind of a shock in itself, and then we started finding out more, and then it was just like, oh yeah, more people started coming forward. But I'm curious to see what this documentary series is going to be like. Sorry, this episode was kind of weird. But I guess we'll see what happens. And I don't tolerate people like that think that they can just throw money at a problem and it'll go away. I don't like that in people. But we'll see what happens. We got TNA tomorrow. Trying to think of something to do Friday. I don't know. You guys want me to review the first Bad Blood? I might do that. That might be fun. If I can find it on the Peacock. But we'll see. Yeah, I might do that. Also, just a quick little thing here about this segment in particular. So, what time works for you guys best? So, I've been doing it at 6 sometimes. Recently, I've been doing it at 5. Having it premiere. When do you guys, prefer a good time to watch this? Then again, you can watch this whenever you want, but, after it goes up, but, just let me know. You like 5 or 6 better, or could it be sooner or later? Let me know, and I'll start premiering it at that. Also, I have a new segment I'm going to announce. I have a new series that I'm going to be doing probably either at the end of this year or starting next year. I'm going to be analyzing storylines. But just a little announcement. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for TNA. Sorry about that whole Vicky Guerrero tirade. Ugh. I'll see you guys for TNA tomorrow night. Peace.